Lauren.
As we back out, we already have had a couple of questions about the airplane, Flight 1549 that came in here in January. Off our stern, off the rear to the left, there's a perfect rescue boat participated in a flat front, blue and white. This ship has a pointed front. We did not take people aboard, but this ship was used in that rescue for a different purpose. Here's about where the airplane came in. We're going to talk more about it, but there's an aircraft carrier here on our left as part of a big museum of the history of sea, air, and space. Next to it is Concorde supersonic airliner, blue and red on the tail. Then the big cruise ship with the angled red, white, and blue stack, the Triumph, out of the Carnival Cruise Lines. Flight 1549, if you follow the cruise ship, the big angled stack straight out in the water behind us, that's about where it came in, just a few hundred yards from where we are now. We'll talk more about it off and on.
That's cool.
Right now, some safety information for this ship. If you are coming to the front cabin upstairs, the one with the windows, a couple of things about it, please. This is the spot where crew is going to come quickly with equipment. We need to keep the aisles clear. So number one, please use the aisles to walk through and not remain standing in, referring to the front cabin upstairs, the one with the windows. And there are reasons there are not chairs in certain areas up front here by the stairway. Please do not stand in those areas. Now, out here in the water, we are subject to shifting around. You get a bounce at any time, especially if you have children with you. Please make sure they understand that. Walk and not run. This is not a playground. It's not safe to go running around. So do follow your kids. Make sure they understand that for their safety, please.
It's not a playground.
And throughout the trip, feet on the deck or on the floor, please. Not up on the chairs or hanging over the sides. Again, we got a bump or a roll, and that's danger. We've just opened up the front of the ship, the bow, the little pointy area on the main deck forward. If you'd like to use it, come right on out. If you're on the upper deck, down either stairway. At the foot of the stairs, just open the door. The central or the center doors in front on the main deck will be kept shut for the air conditioning. So use the side doors right at the front of the ship, bottom of the stairway. The bow is an open area, means it's open for smoking. So it's not an area for bringing a chair out there. Because it's an emergency evacuation area, so it's for standing only. The bow is open. If you have a cell phone, now is the time to put it on vibrate and not ring. This morning we had the sound of a rooster going through one of the cabins, and that turned out to be a cell phone. So please don't disturb folks. If you need to make a cell phone conversation, go somewhere where you won't find other people around you, please. And we ask you to keep your voices low for the very same reason. These air vents, that's what they are, orange and green on either side of us here. The Lincoln Tunnel, a 6-lane highway, 97 feet beneath the surface. Delivers about 40 million vehicles a year into Manhattan. Rescue boats came out of the berth here. There are a couple of them over there on our left. Within a couple of minutes, the airplane was surrounded with rescue vessels. Now this gray pier coming up on our left, you do not want to come here. The pier is operated by New York City's Parking Violations Bureau. If your car is towed away by the city of Manhattan, it winds up here. Last year, an astonishing number came in, 136,234 vehicles hauled off our streets for illegal parking. And the cheapest price to get your car back is $285.
Oh, that stings.
Now we're going to refer to the geology of the island off and on, easier to see out here in the water. But here's a complete break in the type of rock near the surface. 34th Street midships left. As we clear it, the big buildings are gone. They're not going to pop up again until downtown. The heavy bedrock changes quickly to a lighter rock, limestone and shale, and wouldn't support the weight of the big buildings. Biggest one over there with the silver spire coming out from behind the black one on the left. That is the Empire State Building at 102 floors in height, and the tallest building in the world in 1931. Held that title for 43 years. The observatory is open until 2 in the morning. Top 30 floors illuminated every night. Now, one thing about life preservers here, there are several public sections where we keep life preservers. To the rear of the main deck, I should say to the rear of the upper deck, and up front on the bow. Please do not sit on those. We need to get to them very quickly in case of emergency. That gold triangle rooftop on our left, the old Madison Square Garden. That building stands on Madison Square, named for the 4th president of our country, James Madison. And when New York built a sports arena in 1890, we simply told you where to find it. Go to Madison Square. We moved